ain't no rest for the wicked, and ain't no rest for our Hollyoaks star who left as a part of the cast cuts, who is going to be returning for a short little stint this year as a part of Hollyoaks' 30th anniversary celebrations. So let's read the article. Iconic Hollyoaks star set to return for clash with a returning nemesis after 21 years on the soap. Now let's just reiterate, this is Ellis Hollins. This is Tom Cunningham, who, yes, he was on the show for 21 years, obviously spent most of that time as a child. Unsurprisingly, most of the time as a kid. One of Hollyoaks' most beloved characters is making a shock comeback to face off against the nemesis more than a year after leaving the soap. The Sun exclusively revealed how actress Gemma Bissick is making a shock return as legendary soap villain Claire Devine later this year. Now bosses are bringing her victim Tom Cunningham back for a major rematch. So the context of this is Tom's brother... Oh, fuck, what's his name? I've forgotten his name. Tom's brother was like heavily involved with Claire Devine and would keep like going back and forth with this. You know, he was abused by her, he was kidnapped by her, he was, you know, he had a lot of Max. It was Max. Max had a relationship with Tom Cunningham. He got married to Claire and he got ran down. And yeah, it was a pretty rough time. It was a pretty rough time all in all, but it's gonna be nice to see. Well, nice to see Tom back, and it's nice to see them bring back some old. I mean, let's be honest. I say this as now. Obviously, it's a short-term return. It will be really, really bad if Hollyoaks doesn't bring back Cindy in some form. You got, like, for the 30th anniversary, you don't bring back Cindy. You have to do it. Cindy is integral to the show. Cindy is iconic, and Steph Waring has been pretty vocal as to how gutted she was that she was being axed. So, look, you've had a lot of characters leave. You've freed up a lot of the pay packet. You can bring back Cindy, and you can rebuild her. And now that Tom is going to be coming back, it feels like a really brutal thing to still not have Cindy return in any form. And that's the kind of sad bit as well, where, as I read in the last Hollyoaks video I made, it was gutting for Cindy's actress, Steph Waring, to leave. Because, you know, quite like a lot of these, like, if you've basically been there from the start, you do feel kind of immovable, right? Like, Ian Beale's never worried about getting a contract in EastEnders. You know what I mean? Sharon's never worried about not getting an EastEnders contract. Tony's never been worried about being killed off, or never been worried about not getting another year as Tony. So, like, for Steph Waring to just get brutally axed like that and just not invested in, despite being a really good character, it's just she hadn't really had a family around her for a while. It's just kind of upsetting that she would be completely stripped away and just unloved, untouched, undervalued. But yeah, back to this article though. And now it can be revealed that the boss at Channel 4 have tempted Tom Cunningham actor Ellis Hollins to take on Claire. The pair have a brutal history, with Claire terrorising the child Tom when she was busy fleecing his guardian, brother Max Cunningham. In dark scenes, Claire had Tom locked up while she drugged Max. She even faked Tom's death to get a drugged Max to jump into an icy lake in an effort to kill him and take his fortune for himself. A source said Tom is a huge fan favourite and was a major part of Claire's first years in Hollyoaks, but he's not a little boy anymore. Claire might have the upper hand but not anymore. It was a no-brainer to revisit the battle and have a rematch. Bosses are really excited to have Gemma and Ellis back. Ellis's stint will be part of the run-up to the big 30th anniversary in October, and there are huge plans ahead of it. So yeah, it's a big exciting step forward. Once again, it's always good to kind of reunite with former actors and actors who have left, so you don't really want to you don't want to make it completely separate and good heaven. You don't want to completely degrade everything by having you want to keep the communication open. You want to keep the communication open. You want to make it clear to the former stars who may have been scorned. You want to make it open that, look, if the time is right, we will bring you back. And Tom was one of those guys where he's grown up on the show. It's kind of like Leah Barnes, right? Where she's grown up on the show. And so has Tom. And so we never really got to see the true potential as Tom as a character. But if you are bringing back for A, a short stint, and B, to tackle Claire, I think that's a ridiculously strong plotline. And ultimately, you can give more of an edge to Tom. Tom is quite in his time, he was kind of characterized as his soul is older than his age. He's more mature than he has any right to be. He wants a family, he wants a life. But he kind of wants that simple, quiet life. But if you bring him back to kind of fight Claire, who did make his life and make his brother's life hell, that's a really good angle to kind of renew the interest in the character. And obviously, if it does well, there's a chance that Ellis Holland is back. There's a chance that he gets to continue as Tom. And it's kind of a really cool way to introduce him. It's a really cool way to reintroduce him. And it'll be nice to see what he does in his return. So yeah, it's exciting. It's going to be really interesting, and it'll be nice to have an update to Tom as a whole. And I'm absolutely looking forward to seeing just what he does. He seems like he's been chilling. He's been living his best life, been doing some traveling, been going around. So yeah, looking forward to seeing this. Looking forward to seeing his return. Looking forward to seeing what happens. Looking forward to seeing everything and nothing. I am genuinely excited to see what Tom is going to be doing in his return. And I am excited to see the showdown with him and Claire. Really exciting way to bring back a character and kind of respect the anniversary, respect the whole idea. So yeah, cool stuff. Not much else to say about this though. It'll be an absolute shame if Cindy doesn't return in some way, because you'd hope she would support her brother against one of his biggest rivals. And it would be an easy way to set up for the Cunninghams to return. Maybe recast Holly at some point if she's not going to come back, and just rebuild the family. Because it seems like the Roscoe's time on the show is over again, and it didn't really work in its relaunch. So the Cunninghams would really land at this point in time, and could be a pretty important piece if Hollyoaks does actually see itself having a future. So yeah, there we are. Tell me what you think about this return in the comment section. Thanks for watching. I've been Ash from Watching Walford. See you in the next one. Bye bye. Bye. Bye.